It's the best Star Snores spin-off yet. Alright, so they've finally given the so-called fans a standalone movie about everyone's favorite Jedi, and predictably the reaction has been mixed. This whole review process surrounding Star Snores is giving me some serious deja vu. Just like with The Last Jedi, I'm once again drawn into the mess of having to explain why the fans need to just grow up and enjoy watching things that aren't in any way enjoyable for anybody. Oh my god, how do other YouTubers manage to speak entire lines of dialogue in a single edit like that? So before I jump into this, know that I can't talk about this film without discussing spoilers. So, spoilers ahead! If you haven't seen this movie yet, what are you waiting for anyway? Alright, so with that out of the way, let's just summarize the plot of this movie. Because apparently, this is one of the things the so-called fans have been complaining about. It's true, this isn't a typical Star Snores adventure film. That's been done to death with every Star Snores film that came before it. It was about time one of these films subverted everyone's expectations and made it a full-on character study. Instead of the typical adventure, we get to see Kenobi simply live his life on Tatooine, dealing with the boredom of overseeing Luke's childhood from afar. They did such an incredible job of showing him suffer from this, of showing him try so hard to deal with all his own personal urges. And that leads us to the real bombshell revelation in the film. Yes, I mean that bombshell. The one everyone and their dog is complaining about. The revelation that Kenobi is, in fact, a pedophile. And oh boy, I have to tell you, the fans should have seen that one coming from a mile away. More on that on the other side of this break. The wait is finally over. Unleash your imagination in Star Snores, the Last Jedi Role-Playing Game. You can finally roleplay as the Last Jedi, Luke Skywalker. Control Luke during his boring time on Ach-To. Roleplay as Luke, the mopey emo loser. I should have never saved the galaxy from the clutches of the Emperor. I hate being a legend. Or roleplay as Luke, the complete asshole. There's some weird cave down in that crevice. Why don't you hop down there and never come back, you stupid wench? Or even roleplay as Luke, the unrelenting defeatist. There's no point in learning the ways of the Force. You should just kill yourself and get it all over with. Pre-order your copy today, and you'll get exclusive early access to a bonus roleplay. Yoda, the ethereal arsonist. Yoda, what are you doing here? Burn down all your shit, I will. Star Snores, the Last Jedi Role-Playing Game, where you get to roleplay Luke all the possible ways you never imagined. So, about that pedophilia thing. Let's think about all the signs that Kenobi was a pedophile from both the prequels and the original trilogy. The very first thing we learn in A New Hope is that he's some kind of strange old hermit. Couple that with him volunteering so readily to watch over Luke as a newborn at the end of Episode 3, and you should have more than enough evidence of his predilections for young boys. But that's hardly all. His tender touch of Qui-Gon's face just before he dies is a sure sign of fond memories. He was more than willing to take on the training of the young Anakin Skywalker. And all that angst Anakin exhibits 10 years later certainly suggests something had been going on all that time. Look, I get it. It's hard for all of you anti-pedophile bigots out there to watch some of these scenes. Kenobi switching on the secret holocam in Luke's bedroom as he undresses at night, and then reaches for the space KY as the camera pans away. You may not like it, but as for me, I'm totally on board. In fact, I'd even go so far as to say that this movie is a love letter to the fans. Admit it, your youth was filled with fantasies about these characters. Now, you finally have a film where you can imagine one of them truly violating your childhood.